talk of the title challenge. Okay, this title conversation, we've talked about it for a while, but now the lighting is showing. You look at the sky and you start seeing the lighting. We can no longer start saying that Wolves, they have a chance in it. Now, from your take, and I want you to zero in on the three teams, not even four. Let's not talk about top four. The three teams, which are the teams that are likely to go ahead and get this title? Let me start with the SP.
Steve, this is an interesting discussion, and I know where you want me to go, and I'll jump right in because I'm a believer. So the title race is between the two Manchester clubs and Liverpool. You've got title pretenders in Leicester, in Tottenham, and that for me ends there. Anyone else is a wannabe. So you've got title pretenders and then you've got title contenders. Why am I changing my stance to say that United are title contenders? It's basically because of the consistency that they have shown over the past couple of weeks. And if they can manage to keep that going, then I see them really, really challenging. I think I have been impressed by the kind of team spirit I have seen over the past couple of games. I have been impressed by the togetherness that I have seen in the club over the past couple of days. I have been impressed by the general camaraderie around the players over the past couple of games. And I can see clearly that this is a team that is together. This is a team that is fighting for one another. This is a team that actually wants to achieve something great. And so yes, I do consider United as strong contenders. I also put in Man City in that kind of equation. Yes, I know they have suffered loss because of Kevin De Bruyne's injury, which is 4 to 6 weeks. That's a big loss because they've got a massive amount of games coming up. Aguero is also out because of COVID, but Aguero for me is not a factor at the moment because he's been out and he has yet to hit the heights that we know Aguero can hit. So I think if they can get someone to fill in Kevin De Bruyne's shoes, and unfortunately I know they already have someone in their ranks who's trying to show some good spirit, some good work. Foden has a brilliant future ahead of him. So I think Phil Foden will not comfortably, but will come in and cover for Kevin De Bruyne's absence. I think they have a great squad and they have a good chance of being up there among the title contenders. If anything, if you ask me at the moment, they have an upper hand because of the game in hand and because, like we have seen, once officials start, backing your team, then the rules agree and the stars align. And I mean, look at the Villa game, for example. That for me was madness. The way they scored that goal. And yes, I know the rules say it's not offside, but yeah, you could see that was just wrong. And if you see City winning such a game, then it tells you the resolve they have. It tells you the confidence they have moving forward. And so therefore, I still think they are title contenders. I think finally I've put Liverpool in there. Just because they're the defending champions, and just because I think there is something not right at Liverpool. But you can't ignore how good these people can be when everything clicks. I mean, Salah showed us yesterday in the game against United he can still score goals, although we give him very easy goals. But yes, I think Jurgen Klopp Is this going to be the whole Dortmund fiasco all over again, where he took Dortmund to great heights and then they dropped into oblivion once again? I don't know, but I pray that we are seeing the Liverpool side, but I think they are one or two players away in this transfer window from getting back there as title contenders. So for me, those three teams, and then
Okay,
you've got the pretenders, basically just Leicester, if you ask me.
Josiah, who are your top three title contenders? And there is a reason I'm asking top three. So I'll also have my say.
For me to predict the three, I have used, looking at this season and probably not other seasons, but this season, it's a matter of consistency and it's a matter of maintaining or managing your squad, and of course quality in it. With that said, I think my top three are exactly what SP has said. It's Manchester United, Man City, and Liverpool. I think Liverpool is far third, I have to say. I think they will compete with Leicester very closely there and fight for number 3 and 4. But since you told me three, I'll have to put the three. But for the sake of this discussion, I think it's Manchester United's title to lose. I know that's a big statement or a bold statement, but I will back it up with a few things that I've been observing. I was doubtful, but when I critically think about it, I see where that conversation can fit in. In 2020, the team on average, even if we had a bad patch, the team on average that had most points was Manchester United. That's a very big statement, and those were very big results for them. Meaning, it's not far-fetched for them to be able to do the same in 2021. And if they do that, very clearly you can tell that they will be up and about there, if not there. Now, even if they don't even if they don't clinch the title, I think they'll be very close, which is a very big improvement for what all Manchester United fans expected. But now, when I bring in the aspect of managing the squad, I can clearly tell you that if there's a team up there that is managing its squad best, is Manchester United. If you look at the team spirit, as SP said, if you look at the times that they have been tested by going behind, by getting results away, it is easier for them to maintain that consistency because it's easier to get a home run than an away run. And they have the best away run. They haven't even lost. They have gone down so many times for them to still have that momentum, to still pick themselves up and still win, whether it's a small team or a big team, or even these middle table teams like Aston Villas and Southamptons, which are very hard to get a result from. I doubt that I've seen the same from Man City, for them going down fast and seeing them recover. I haven't seen that. I won't mention Liverpool because we know that their run is really bad. You can't even compare what they have been doing for the last 2 years with what they're doing right now. They even lost to Burnley, fine. But I can clearly tell you that I haven't seen Man City being tested enough, both by big clubs and small clubs, to a point where they even go behind. And we know it is going to happen. For Manchester United, there is no doubt. Even if they don't, that team spirit, if you put them in that situation 5 times, 4 out of 5, they'll get themselves out. How many times will Man City do it? Another big factor here, that's why I removed Leicester from this conversation, is Vardy. For me, Vardy, Leicester, and for Man City, De Bruyne, it's a very big statement. I do appreciate the talent that is there with Foden. I do. But do I think that Foden can take them for the next, I think De Bruyne is out for 6 weeks, right? 5-6 weeks.
Yeah.
Do I believe that Foden has that experience? The quality might be there, but the experience to be able to carry this team for 6 weeks? I personally doubt it. Because if De Bruyne is there for a reason, he has been there consistently for a reason. Foden is still, and he's had a very good patch, but I don't think he's gonna maintain for 5-6 weeks. So for me, it's like saying if Manchester United lost Bruno, I've seen likes of Pogba, Rashford coming to the table and, you know, saving the team. When De Bruyne is not there, that's what I want to see. For 6 weeks, I want to see a team playing without their best player, or probably the best player in the Premier League. So for me, I think it's Manchester United to lose, and they should take advantage of these 6 weeks before Vardy and De Bruyne are back. Put a gap. Sheffield is next. Beat it. As they others struggle with West Broms and you know, and Spurs and lose points, just make that gap. Just go in front 6 weeks. By the time people are back and they get their form back, you are somewhere a bit safe. You'll be a bit safe because you have very good games coming. So for me, it's the 3 with Manchester United leading very closely by Man City. I know they have a game in hand, but with the 6 weeks, I think things are gonna change. And then a distant, not so distant, but Liverpool and Leicester somewhere down there. But because of managing of the squad and the COVID situation, I think the 3 clubs are going to, you know, be top 3.
Okay, now for me, my teams are the teams I'm picking is of course United, and United followed by City, and I'm not picking on Liverpool. In fact, for Liverpool, they will struggle to beat the top 4. So the reason why for United it's easy, and the reason why they are favorite better than City, it's not even about De Bruyne. It's about their ability to score. And that's why you'll find that United, having played most of the games, I think 7 times this season away from home, they've come from a goal down to win. We've not seen this happening at City. So you can see Aston Villa was an example. And even the other team that City played in the FA, people might just say, it was just FA. But you can see they struggle to break defenses. So if they find a solid defense, when they play Burnley, when they play these teams, it will be very hard for City to break their defenses. For United, then they are counting on teams. If they get results at Arsenal, if they get results at City, if they get results a home match versus Liverpool and away to Chelsea, they will be home and dry. So you see, for United, it's much easier to count the matches that they need to win to be home and dry, because they know how to break even solid defenses. But for City, you can't tell. Now, when it comes to the defending champions, and I just want to share the screen, by the time people are talking about, by the time people will be talking about the title, Liverpool will be a forgotten case, and it will be this February, by the way. So for me, I'm placing Leicester ahead of Liverpool, because Leicester, they've proven that they can get results with Maddison, with Harvey Barnes. They are just good. Leicester are good. So look at Liverpool. They are playing, first they play with Spurs on 28th. Then they play West Ham, and all these are away from home. So here we say, God forbid if they get even 2 points from these 2 games. Yeah. So now you can see how it's tough on Liverpool. Then after that, they host Brighton. That one they can win. Then they host City. So the Angels are smiling with the United, because you see, the people we are saying about being their closest, they will be battling it out. By the time, let's say, if United can draw 1 game, but what about Liverpool and City? They are meeting in February. By that time, Liverpool will have traveled to Spurs. And then a week later, they go away from home, Leicester City. Then they have Champions League with the RB Leipzig before hosting Everton. So just look at this. By the time they are playing Sheffield United, Liverpool will be around number 7, 8, 9. So they will be talking about they will be talking about, can we even finish top four? It will be that bad. It will be, can we finish top four as defending champions? And you see here, the league does not respect names. So we are not saying because it's Liverpool, because it's the name called Liverpool. It's about it's about their current form, and it's about the fixtures coming. United will have opened 10 points lead. In fact, right now is 6 points. By the time those fixtures are finishing, it will be 15 points. So
I have to make this point. Yeah. Considering on the panel today you have Manchester United fans and one potential Manchester United fan who is you for this season.
I'm not a potential.
Wait. Let me make my point.
Yes.
You really have a way of massaging our ego. And you see, the problem with that is we better win. We better win this league, because if we don't, all this analysis that you have broken down Manchester United and massaged our ego to this point will be really, really disappointing. So I get where you're. I see it, but
you saw me in the group today. Just, you see, at first I was a bit not so certain. You saw me what I told Rod. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to take it. Bring it, baby, bring it. Because you can see, I can bet on United. If somebody tells me, can we bet $1 million? I'll say, yeah, let's go, let's get it. Because I'm so certain. It's just a matter of waiting for match day 35. In fact, we are not talking of match day 38.
You are saying, in Dekney or Kifney, Manchester United must win this thing.
They will win it. It's all over.
Steve, from your mouth to God's ears. Please, God, listen to Steve. From Steve's mouth to God's ears.
Yeah, and I have to put a disclaimer there, because if God makes us realize this, I can tell you the whole world, not just around here, the whole world will be in chaos, because Manchester United have been waiting for this for too long. We are top of the table right now with 18 games to go, and 19 games to go, and you can see all the noise. So I don't know whether you guys are going to be able to hold on to this, because
by the way, it will be tough. It will be tough. It will be tough. It will be tough. It will be like Jubilee winning the government.
Yeah, we need the league.
We will stick it to you people. We will stick it to all of you. You will know that it's Manchester United. You'll know that Manchester United is back.
Anyway, guys, in my next edition, I think I'll be talking about the Manchester edition. We did the Arsenal edition when the league was yet to start, and going alphabetically. So Arsenal were top there. So I think now we now need to talk about the Manchester edition, now that you are at the top, and you don't seem to be losing it anytime from now. So
we are staying there.
You are staying there. It's your place. It's your home. Okay, thank you, gentlemen. This has been a great show. I look forward for our next show, which will be the Manchester edition. Nowadays, talking about the preview and review may not be necessary, because now we can clearly see where the league is heading. This has been the EPL Fanbase Show, the show that connects you with the fans across the globe. Thank you. We'll meet again next time. For the fans watching, you can always catch up with us on our YouTube channel, the EPL Fanbase Show. Thank you, gentlemen. Adios.
Thank you.
Cheers, man.
Okay.